privilege to introduce Tiffany Starr. Tiffany has been a mom's volunteer since 2017. She is a gun violence survivor and is an Everytown Survivor Fellow. She is a mom to a second grader. Tiffany?
Thank you. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to see so many people today. As I was introduced, my name is Tiffany Starr, and I'm a Senior Survivor Fellow with Everytown for Gun Safety. I'm an active member of our local Moms Demand Action chapter. I'm also a licensed social worker and a mom to an 8-year-old. I am here today because as a gun violence survivor and as a mother, I want Congress to reinstate the assault weapons ban.
Yeah.
I am passionate because at only 15 years young, my life was forever changed by a dangerous man with a gun. In the early morning hours of December 30th, 1994, my 17-year-old sister's stalking ex-boyfriend shot the locks off the doors to our home. He entered near my bedroom and made his way quickly to my sister's room. He got her out of bed and began escorting her out of her room with the gun to her back. And just as she was at her doorway, my parents made it to her. My dad grabbed her and pulled her away, but he was shot in the process. He got up and managed to fight, allowing time for my mom, my sister, and me to run from our house, but he was shot a second time and killed. A lot of you here today have heard me share this story before, and I don't usually share the next piece, but I thought it especially relevant today. After he killed my dad, the gunman wasn't finished. He ran outside and stood in our front yard and reloaded his gun. He scanned the area looking for us, hunting us. But the time my dad had taken to fight gave us just enough time to get out of sight. Eventually, he drove away and shortly after took his own life. My dad, Steve Starr, known to many as Coach, was only 42 years old when his life was taken. After that terrible day, I began a lifelong journey of learning to live and cope with complex post-traumatic stress disorder. One of the things I've learned is that surviving a terrible trauma means learning not to entertain the what-ifs that come into your mind. Initially, I had many what-ifs about what could have happened differently. Most of those stories ended with my dad alive and our family together and happy again. In time, I learned to let go of those stories. But as mass shootings with assault-style weapons have become so common in recent years, another kind of what-if has pushed its way into my mind. What if my dad's killer had access to that kind of weapon? Would I be alive today? I feel very confident that my mom and my sister would both be dead, because we know he wasn't done. He was ready to kill again, but he couldn't because he had to stop and reload his gun. Those precious moments saved our life. They gave us the chance to run and find safety at a neighbor's home. I am very grateful today that I am alive. I cherish my life knowing how quickly it could be gone, and that's why I fight this fight. As a mother, I want my son to know his grandfather. I want to sit in the stands next to my dad and cheer on my son as he wins a race. I want to hear the advice he would give. As an experienced coach, when my son doesn't win, I want all of the stolen moments we never got to have. As a survivor and a mother, I want you to have those moments with your children and grandchildren and parents and everyone that you love, without fear, without the possibility of a weapon taking that away. So for Mother's Day this year, I want to see the reinstatement of the assault weapons ban. And I know we can do it. Last summer, I had the honor to stand on the White House lawn and celebrate the passing of the Bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which was the first piece of major federal gun safety legislation passed in nearly 30 years. The work that Moms Demand Action and other gun sense organizations have done has made a huge impact, and we have to keep going. We need every voice to rise up and demand an end to this madness. If you aren't using your voice and you want to be, pull out your phone. Pull out your phone and text the word HONOR, HONOR, to 64433. In honor of my dad, in honor of the over 100 lives taken by gun violence every day, in honor of the hundreds who survive, like me, in honor of the mothers who keep going. Let's do this together.